My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. Today we're going to be talking about very important issues with respect to family law, so please subscribe to our channel. The first thing I want to talk about, and this is really the ultimate issue to discuss as a primary, is what are the red flags associated with hiring a lawyer? And I'll paint the picture for you. You feel you need a lawyer for a custody case or for a divorce case, right? You need one. You got to have one. You're not going to be able to go it alone. There's a million lawyers out there. I don't know, 35,000 or something like that right here in the state of Michigan. How do you find the right lawyer for you? If you're like most people, if you're, well, I'll go see a couple and I'll find somebody that works for me. Well, number one, if you are talking to the lawyer and the lawyer is not listening, the lawyer is not giving you any attention, the lawyer is engaged in other activities besides taking notes, of course, but if the lawyer is answering phone calls and making you feel like you're almost in her way, it's probably a big red flag. That's not the kind of lawyer you should get. Another thing you have to look for is ultimately, even if you like the lawyer and they give you a lot of attention, this is your advocate. Lawyers are sometimes called, for lack of a better word, mouthpieces. This is your voice in the courtroom. Okay? You need to get someone who has adequate communication skills to be able to get your point across. So if in the context of a very benign private setting, you're talking to that lawyer and you already detect that there are communication skill issues, that's a big red flag. I assure you that lawyer is not likely to get better in the stress of a courtroom than he is right behind his own desk. And if you can't get clear, understandable communication, that could be a red flag. You got to watch for that. Really, an overall thing that I think you have to watch for is the vision of the case. What's the strategy? Does your strategy and your vision of the case match what your lawyer proposes? If it does, you're on the right track. If it doesn't, then you probably got to keep searching. I'll give you a perfect example. There are some lawyers who pride themselves on being what they call aggressive. Now, aggressive means different things to different people. I am all for aggressive representation. It's one of the main pillars here at the firm. But some people think aggressive means being a jerk, okay? I will tell you one thing. Being a jerk is no substitute for intellect. It's a very poor substitute for most things. A lawyer who is a jerk with everybody else is probably going to be a jerk with you also. So when you say, I want an aggressive lawyer, what you mean is you want somebody who will believe in your vision and assert it strongly to the court. That's what you mean. If you find that the lawyer that you're sitting in front of interviewing, if that lawyer shares the same vision as you, you're on the right track. If your desire is to have a good working relationship with your soon-to-be ex because you got a 2-year-old and you're going to have to work with that person for the next 16 years to co-parent, and that lawyer is hell-bent on smashing your ex into the ground so that he or she becomes a soft, blowable ash, that's not going to work. That may feel right now, but at the end, if you spend 6 months doing that, you're not going to have any kind of relationship with your ex, and you're going to have to work with them for another 16 years. So if you desire to have a workable relationship with your ex, you've got to find a lawyer who's got that same vision. You have to find a lawyer that you're comfortable with. And there are different personalities. You may be comfortable with several types. That's a decision you have to make. At our firm, we do this thing that I think really sets us above and beyond all the other firms. We find out from the client, what is your vision of the case? How would you like to see? What do you want to see when this is all over? What do you want this picture to look like? And then, if the client says that they want something that we feel is reasonable, something that makes sense, something that is a fair-minded, a balanced approach to the case, then we offer them representation. And every now and then, the client will say, well, I want this and this to happen, and we'll tell them, I'm sorry. Those goals are not realistic with the framework that we work. You may well be able to find someone else who can do that, but we don't see it that way. And so sometimes it's a relationship that starts out in a way where both parties see the same thing, and sometimes it's not a match. And if it's not a match, you got to move on. In our firm, we make best efforts to match up your expectation with what we propose. And why? Because getting things the way we want to do it, that's where in our expertise lies. And when that matches up with the client's expectation, with the client's vision, that's a match worth keeping. Now, if you have any questions about that, reach out, and we'll be glad to help you out.